What's going on, guys? The Demigod back on Demigod ENT. Today I'm bringing you another movie review. So today we're going to be talking about the brand new Matrix 4 film, Matrix Resurrections. Let's go ahead and jump right into this movie review, guys. So this movie was depressing, guys. It really was. This movie made me very sad after watching it. It really did. It was a letdown. It was disappointing. It was a piece of trash, let's be honest. And I didn't want to believe what people were saying. You know, I normally ignore the reviews, the critics. You know, I check out the Rotten Tomatoes score, get the general consensus of what, you know, the audience or whatever is saying, and I'm like, okay, you know, I see the number. However, I don't let it infect my viewing experience too much. I still go in with a fresh mind, because quite honestly, you know, a lot of the times I am in line with the critics. I've noticed after I've done my movie reviews or after I've viewed a movie and then I check the score out, I'm like, yeah, you know, that's pretty close to what I would have rated the movie too. And other times, there's times where, you know, they completely trash a movie that I personally really liked and thought was good, such as, I don't know, in Eternals or whatever. And I'll come tell you guys, you know, I'll give the movie a high rating. I'll tell you guys what I personally thought about it. I always keep it 100% honest over here with you guys. And with that being said, I'm going to keep it honest with this movie, guys. This movie sucks. This movie's terrible. It really is. And this is probably going to be my most negative review that I've done on the channel so far. Now, when the movie opens, when it starts, you know, with the first act of this film, I thought it was interesting. It was interesting what they were trying to do. It was bold, honestly. It felt like, quite honestly, it felt like I was watching Deadpool. I felt like, man, they were like breaking the fourth wall a lot of times here. They were talking almost directly to the audience. It's like they would say something and be looking like directly in the screen at you while they're saying whatever piece of dialogue they're saying. It's like, okay, guys, we get it. Damn. You know, where's the subtlety? Where's the subtlety to the Matrix? The Matrix has always been obviously like an allegory to real life, to how real life is. If you want to view it that way, that's how I personally view the Matrix, in my opinion. You know, everyone has, you know, their own ways of viewing films. However, that's how I've always viewed it. It's a depiction of like pretty much mainstream society, how it is right now, everything wrong with it. And I felt like the first Matrix displayed that just so beautifully, so perfectly. And I want to do a movie review for that too. Recently, about a week or two ago, I got to watch the original Matrix on the big screen in theaters, and it was brilliant. So I definitely want to hop around to a movie review for that. But back on this film, Matrix 4, they referenced the first movie a lot. My word for this movie was meta. They're very meta in this movie. It honestly felt like I was watching like a fan film when I was watching this movie. When it started, it felt like a fan film, and somehow they managed to get Keanu Reeves in the fan film. It's like, oh, but no, this movie is ass, guys. So let's be honest. Now, like I said, the intro was interesting. I was unsure about where they were going with it. I was open to it though. I was like, okay, let's see what they do here. You know, this is still sort of in line with the Matrix. You know, it's very meta. Like I said, felt like I was watching Deadpool, but whatever. I kept going along with it. You know, I wanted to tough it out because I love the Matrix so much. I love the world so much, and they got a lot of the original actors back in here. Not all of them, but a lot of the original actors back in here, and I was very happy about that. But as the movie continued, as we move into the second act, and then as we move into the third act, by the time we get to the third act of this film, I was completely turned off of this movie. Completely turned off of this movie, completely let down, completely disappointed. I pretty much already had my mind made up on the movie by that point. However, I still was like, okay, let's see what they do. Let's see how it ends here. This movie it goes too far, man. They went too far. It lost everything that was special about the Matrix, everything that made the Matrix special and stand out, and the time period they set it in, and how stylish that original movie is. Man, the original movie, it's hard to compare films to. It really is. And, you know, I don't normally typically compare films to classics because it's impossible to do. However, they didn't even hit anywhere near the mark. They didn't hit anywhere near what they should have been targeting for this movie, man. It was one of the most brutal watching experiences I've ever had watching a movie. Just watching them take something that I love so much and just crush it and just look directly into the camera and say, yeah, we just did that because, you know, we need to keep the rights for the Matrix. It's pretty much what they fucking said inside of here, man. Don't mean to hop into the swearing too much, but man, I mean, this movie, it upset me. It really did. And I don't have much more to say on here, man. I don't want to waste my time even talking about this movie again. I'll probably never watch this movie again. Maybe I'll watch the first act again. It was somewhat interesting, the concepts, the themes there. But yeah, man, very disappointing, high letdown. Warner Bros, you blew it. How do you blow Matrix 4? Matrix 4 after all this time, and you blow it. How? It's like, it honestly felt like they didn't even try. After the first act, it felt like, honestly, during the first act. Now that I've watched the whole movie as an entire thing, from the first act onwards, you could tell they don't care. They do not care about the Matrix. They don't care at all. And who knows, man? It was one Wachowski bros directing this. Who knows? Maybe if both of them were here, maybe it would have been much better. For instance, like an Avengers Endgame or a Civil War or an Infinity War Avenger movie. It would be like having one of the Russo bros direct those movies instead of both of them. I mean, it's just not going to work out, guys. We should have had both Wachowski brothers here, I think. And even then, I don't know if you could have saved this mess. It's just a complete mess. The martial arts inside of here is terrible. The bullet time inside of here, like... It's sad, man. It breaks my heart as a Matrix fan. And you can't see him, but I even have the 2 Matrix posters right here, man. And like, I'm gonna pretend this doesn't exist after today, honestly. Man, okay, let's go ahead and jump on to the rating, guys. I'm gonna give this movie an official rating of a 3 out of 10. It gets the 3 out of 10, and like I usually say with my ratings, with my reviews, that is me being generous, man. That 3 out of 10 is extremely generous, and the reason it gets the 3 out of 10 is because obviously it's a Warner Bros. Film. The budget behind this movie is absolutely ridiculous, so everything looks how it's supposed to look. It looks like a high-budget Hollywood movie. Obviously, so very similar to Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, trash movie. However, it still looks the part, so it fools a lot of people if you don't actually get what's going on and you aren't following the story pretty much. This movie it's visually appealing, I guess, and I guess that's all I could say about this. It does some interesting callbacks that might get a laugh or a chuckle out of me here and there. You know, some interesting fan service. Lots of fan service inside of here. Lots of fan service that wasn't done right inside of here. A few of it was done okay. But other than that, guys, I'm done with this movie. And that's the end of this review. So, those are my thoughts on this film. If you even want to call it that, let me know your thoughts on this film down in the comment section down below. If you don't know why I do here on Demigod I do share the reactions, show reactions, movie reviews, movie news, and unboxing videos. So if you're interested in any of that, in the right place, man, hit subscribe, hit the like button, share this video, some love. I drop multiple videos a day on this channel, so you can expect out of me. And if you don't already know, I am the Demigod, the chosen one here on Demigod and I'm out of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all for watching with me. More reviews coming soon. Stay tuned. Peace.